Welcome to the True Tomorrows podcast. Get ready for your weekly...
Science fiction probe.
Oh, yeah! Our weekly science fiction probe into the wild and wonderful world of flash fiction.
It's a mouthful.
It is, but it's so cool.
It is cool.
Today we're diving deep into two captivating galactic tales.
Oh, I love it.
Think blockbuster films in your ears.
It's a good one, yeah.
So you shared these stories with us, and we're excited to unpack them for you.
Absolutely.
First up, let's explore a flash fiction story called Warp Legacy.
Ooh.
Imagine a family where dealing with the everyday also means the constant threat of being randomly thrown into different points in time.
Oh, my goodness.
Your sources describe the Jenkins family who live by a set of rules to navigate their unpredictable jumps.
I love that jumps.
How do they even begin to cope with this extraordinary and chaotic reality? What does normal even look like when your breakfast can be interrupted by a T-Rex?
I mean, what even is normal for them anymore?
Right.
I think what's fascinating right from the start with Warp Legacy is this core idea of a family living under this almost whimsical yet terrifying curse of unpredictable time travel.
Right.
And the fact that one of their fundamental rules is never discuss the J word really highlights their attempt to carve out some semblance of a normal family life amidst utter temporal chaos.
It's like they're trying to ignore it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't think it works.
Well, I mean, does it? It immediately makes you wonder about the psychological impact of such an existence.
Absolutely. And you're thrown right into the deep end with that vivid image of them in their kitchen one moment, and then prehistoric predators are at the door.
I love that.
It's almost darkly comedic, that sudden juxtaposition of the mundane and the monstrous.
Oh, for sure.
The detail of the mother still in her bathrobe and curlers really underscores the sheer unexpectedness of these jumps, doesn't it?
100%.
What were your initial thoughts on how this family dynamic plays out against such an outlandish backdrop?
I think that's a great point. And while the humor grabs you, it also serves to highlight the resilience they've had to develop.
Mm-hmm.
How do you maintain any sense of routine or connection when your reality is constantly shifting?
I can't even imagine.
Right. It's unimaginable.
Yeah.
The rules they've established, like crowds are a liability and always a go bag, aren't just quirky household habits. They speak to a deep-seated need for control in a world where they have none over their location and time.
Right.
It almost feels like a form of temporal survival mechanism.
I like that. Temporal survival mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they've had to create
that
their
sounds
own
so-
little bubble
Yeah, their own way of existing in this.
in this crazy world.
And rule #3, when in doubt, improvise.
Oh, that's the best one.
That one really struck me as the heart of their survival strategy. I mean, picture it, sharing cake with a dinosaur.
Who would have thought?
That's not exactly covered in any parenting guides,
No, not at all.
but they just roll with it.
They go with the flow.
They go with the flow.
Literally. Yeah.
Through time.
There's a real warmth in that scene. That ability to find a shared human moment, even with a creature from 65 million years ago.
Right.
It makes you think about how adaptable we can be when faced with the unbelievable.
I think you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
I mean, you said it before, like, what even is normal?
Yeah.
And for them, this is it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's incredible.
And I think that's one of the things that the story does so well.
Totally agree.
It makes you question what you would consider normal and how you would adapt.
And I think for them, this rule, when in doubt, improvise.
Mm-hmm.
It really is the core of their survival, because without that, they'd be lost.
Yeah, lost in time.
Literally lost in time.
Okay, so we've talked about this idea of adapting to this chaotic reality.
Right.
But the story doesn't shy away from the downsides either.
No, not at all.
The narrative touches on the missed milestones, the birthday party that gets skipped because of a jump.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
And then you have the father's gift, that pocket watch meant for calculating return jumps.
Right.
It's such a poignant object, isn't it? It's his way of acknowledging the disruption their unpredictable gift causes, but also a tangible symbol of hope in their connection, a way to try and bridge those temporal gaps.
Yeah, there's so much symbolism in that watch.
What do you make of that attempt to quantify the unquantifiable?
I think it speaks to that innate human desire to try to make sense of the world around us.
Right.
Even when it's something as chaotic and unpredictable as time travel.
Yeah.
And the watch represents that attempt to grasp onto something solid.
To find some control.
To find some control in a situation where you ultimately have very little.
And it's interesting because they jump again right after they try to have this birthday party.
Exactly.
So it's almost like a reminder that even with the watch, they can't truly control it.
I think that's a really powerful point because it highlights that there are limitations even with their attempts to adapt.
Yeah.
And that no matter how much they try to create some semblance of normalcy, the jumps are always going to be this looming presence in their lives.
It's a constant reminder that their reality is different.
Absolutely.
It forces you to reconsider your own definition of normal. For the Jenkins family, evading prehistoric predators and having an impromptu Thanksgiving in the Ice Age, they're normal.
That's amazing.
It's a fascinating, albeit chaotic, illustration of how families adapt, create their own traditions, and find their unique rhythm no matter how bizarre the circumstances.
And I think that's what makes this story so compelling.
Yeah.
It's not just about the time travel, it's about the human element.
Exactly.
It's about how we cope with the unexpected and how we find ways to connect with each other even when everything around us is in flux.
Okay, let's shift gears now
All right?
and journey from the unpredictable chaos of Warp Legacy to a flash fiction story with a more mysterious and potentially world-altering premise. Chronicles of the Rift.
This is going to be good.
This story introduces us to a young man named Will, who discovers he can create rifts in time following his father's death.
Oh, wow.
Suddenly, high school algebra becomes the least of his concerns as he finds himself pursued by shadowy figures and starts to uncover a hidden and dangerous family history.
Ooh, intrigue.
We're going to delve into the enigma surrounding his father and the immense and potentially perilous power Will now possesses.
This is going to be juicy.
Could his quest for answers ultimately put everything at risk?
I have a feeling it might.
I have a feeling too.
So how does this story differ from Warp Legacy?
Well, I think one of the key differences is the element of agency.
Okay.
While the Jenkins family is reacting to involuntary time shifts, Will has a degree of control, albeit initially uncontrolled, over these temporal anomalies.
Right from the start, he's the one making things happen.
Exactly.
So there's this sense of responsibility that's introduced immediately.
Absolutely.
And I think the connection between his grief and his newfound power is really interesting.
Oh yeah, that opening in his father's office is just dripping with intrigue, isn't it? The half-finished contraption, those cryptic journals filled with who knows what, and those unsettling photos with that ominous warning, protect Will at all costs.
Chills. Literal chills.
It immediately tells you that his father was involved in something far more complex and dangerous than just his stated profession.
Right, there's a whole hidden world here.
And then you have these strange occurrences that Will experiences.
The dinosaur eggs, the pterodactyls.
Yes, the dinosaur eggs appearing in the cafeteria, the pterodactyls disrupting gym class. These aren't accidental displacements like with the Jenkins family.
Right, these are direct results of Will's powers.
And they seem to be triggered by his emotions.
Yeah, especially stress and grief.
It's like his powers are a manifestation of his internal turmoil.
That's a really interesting way to look at it.
But this uncontrolled power quickly draws some very unwanted attention.
Oh yeah, the men in suits.
They add a whole new level of danger to the story.
It goes from 0 to 60 really fast.
Suddenly, Will isn't just dealing with bizarre events, he's actively being hunted.
His life is turned upside down.
His instinctive use of his powers to escape through these time rifts becomes a desperate fight for survival.
It's a classic chase scene, but with a time travel twist.
Exactly.
And then we get another layer of mystery with the one with the chrome and cold smiles.
That's a great description.
Right. She's clearly not someone you want to mess with.
She suggests that Will's father stole something, the Rift Maker.
Which raises even more questions.
Yeah, who is she working for? What exactly is the Rift Maker, and why was Will's father so desperate to protect it?
It's like we're peeling back layers of an onion.
And just when you think you're starting to understand what's going on, we get this huge revelation.
The father wasn't building a time machine at all.
He was building a device to destabilize and potentially close the rifts altogether.
Talk about a plot twist.
It completely changes your understanding of everything that's happened so far.
Right. It makes you question everything you thought you knew.
And it puts Will in this incredibly difficult position.
Yeah, he has to decide whether to follow in his father's footsteps and potentially destroy the rifts, or try to find another way.
And the stakes are incredibly high.
The fate of multiple timelines could rest on his shoulders.
And he's just a teenager.
It's a huge burden to carry.
But amidst all this danger and uncertainty, there's also this glimmer of hope.
Oh, you mean the other young people he encounters?
Yes, the echoes of himself from different timelines.
It's like he's finding his own little community
A community of people who understand what he's going through.
and who can help him navigate this crazy world.
And the ending, the ending is just so powerful.
What a cliffhanger.
Will has to make this impossible choice. Embrace his father's legacy as the potential rift destroyer.
Which means sacrificing a normal life.
Or choose the comfort and love offered by his mother, potentially leaving the rifts and their dangers unchecked.
It's a classic dilemma. Duty versus family.
And it all comes down to this simple act of sharing hot chocolate and marshmallows with his mom.
It's such a human moment.
It brings everything back to the core of the story, the importance of connection and the difficult choices we sometimes have to make.
So, what did we unpack in this week's science fiction probe into Warp Legacy and Chronicles of the Rift?
In the first flash fiction story, we saw the chaotic yet ultimately heartwarming existence of the Jenkins family, constantly improvising their way through unpredictable time jumps, from sharing cake with a dinosaur to a surprise Ice Age Thanksgiving.
It really makes you think about how you would adapt if your reality was constantly shifting.
And what kind of family rules you might create to navigate such a bizarre existence.
Then we journeyed alongside Will in Chronicles of the Rift.
A gripping and mysterious flash fiction story of a young man grappling with suddenly acquired time-bending abilities, relentless pursuers, and the complex legacy of a father he never truly understood.
The revelation that his father wasn't just tinkering with time travel, but was actually building something far more significant, a potential device to destroy the rifts, raises some profound questions about sacrifice, responsibility, and the heavy burden of family secrets.
What choices would you make if you suddenly held the power to alter time itself, but at a potentially catastrophic cost?
These two flash fiction stories offer such fascinating and contrasting perspectives on the allure and inherent dangers of time travel.
The enduring strength of family bonds when facing the extraordinary and the universal human search for normalcy amidst absolute chaos.
We truly hope this science fiction probe has sparked your imagination and provided you with some genuine aha moments.
What resonated most with you from these tales? What do you see as the biggest implications of these unpredictable time jumps and rift-making abilities on the lives of the characters and the broader flow of time itself? We encourage you to continue pondering these intriguing concepts.
As a final provocative thought for you to consider,
Yeah.
if you were to suddenly discover you possess the ability to either jump through time like the Jenkins family or create rifts like Will,
What is the very first action you would take? And what potential ripple effects, both intended and unintended, might that single action set in motion?
consider the Jenkins' remarkable improvisational skills and the immense burden of choice placed upon Will.
Thank you for joining us on this week's Science Fiction Probe into the True Tomorrows podcast.
We hope you enjoyed this exploration of these wild galactic tales from the world of flash fiction.
Don't forget to rate and follow the show for more captivating journeys into the realms of science fiction and to discover more about the amazing possibilities that might await us in our True Tomorrows.